Hi, this is Angellove, and I'm going to show you how to rehair a My Little Pony. Things you're going to need: scissors, doll hair, pony head, tools like your rehairing tool. This is just a locking chuck. I'm going to use it to rehair the pony, but you need a good needle with a nice eyelet cut off. There's a lot of people who sell these. You can find them at the Dollhair place or on eBay. I'll also have a couple of links to people who sell them. Each tool is a little different. It's mostly preferences. I would suggest having something with a nice shiny sharp point to it. Maybe the other end to a needle. This is just another one of my tools. Pliers, just in case. You never know what can go wrong if you have to pull out a needle. Now, prepping your bait head is very important. You want to make sure that all of the hair is gone. I usually use like a scraper tool and just scrape it out. I'm not going to show you how to do that. But if you'll notice, most of the lines of the holes are not accurate. It's just part of the process of G3s. They weren't, well, as sophisticated as some. I always like to put a little bit of cleaner on the inside to remove all that gunk. And, they were known to have a lot of glue on the inside of the head. Make sure you have glue on hand. I don't have any, but I'll show you that later because you'll need to glue the hair inside the head so it stays nice and tight. Today I'm using from the My Little Pony from Dollhair.com. I'm using chocolate pudding and carrot cake. It's just a little blend. It's a very nice brown. What you're going to want to do is, I always try and keep it in the package till I'm ready to use because I make a mess. It's okay. It's okay to make a mess. Eventually you get really good and you never make a mess, but I still make a mess. So what I do, my ponies usually only take one to rehair. I always take it, I leave the rest attached, that way I don't mess up. I try and set it down. This pony is going to have very short brown hair, so I don't need as much, which means I can make thicker hair for the pony. I usually cut, if I'm making long hair, I usually leave it long, but since she doesn't need very long hair, I'm going to cut it again, and yet again I'm going to set that extra off to the side. There's better ways to do this, more accurate, more useful. I kind of just spread it out. I don't make plugs. I wish I knew how, just not very good. So usually just spread it out. Right now I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see the next step. Okay, so I start by taking my picking tool and I start by pushing in these little holes and making them just a little bit bigger. This helps me because I seem to break a lot of needles. That's why I always have them on hand. I always have more than I need because sometimes customs will be easy where it'll take only one needle. Sometimes they'll just automatically just go and break and I'll lose pieces. That's what the pliers are for, so you can dig them back out. This is also a good time if you want to add extra plugs. You can just poke them wherever you need. That's what the big heavy tool is. So like if I wanted to maybe add a third row, I would just poke those on in. Just like that, on both sides. You can add more bangs. You can give a fuller head of hair. I just kind of do that. You can't really see them too well, but there they are. See, there we go. So now that you have your holes prepared, I usually start from the top. I don't really have too much of a preference. I grab my hair. This is how and then I just keep going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple more hair strands, and I'm going to pause the video, keep working, come back when there's just a little bit more done so you can see how it looks. The other thing about being able to do your own hair on ponies, that you can create a style, a look, just based upon how you put your hair plugs in. There are some people who make just fabulous hairstyles. Because, you know, you can add bangs. I even saw one person use this technique and they made beards, mustaches. Pretty fun. It does get tedious. I mean, the first time you go to rehair a pony, it's going to take a couple of tries. I'm better. I'm not expert, but certainly not no master. But you can definitely see how it goes. It just goes in so easy. First time, hey, if you're a first timer and you're going to try this, grab a fakie. Those poor little things, they never have enough hair anyway. You can buy hair at the Dollar Tree. My first rehaired pony, only, poor thing, it was a DG fakie, and I bought really cute curly dolly hair from, you know, from Walmart, because that's the only place I could find hair. Oop, that's going to be too short. See, if when you line it up, you got one curl too long, just take it back off. Just redo it. Always make sure it's kind of even, because this pony's going to get shorter hair than what this is. This pretty much gives it a nice G3 length of pony hair. Because when you're done, see, it's going to be nice and long, but not as long as some. But that's okay, because I want her to have nice, cute, short, little hair bob. Because this pony, I'm going to keep videotaping, keep showing you. It's kind of like a work in progress. My mom has been hounding me for a pony, and this is what she's gonna get. She's gonna get a postal pony. So there I go again. Put it in, take it out. Simple, simple, easy. Don't be afraid if you mess up. What's the worst that can happen? You do it over again. You can always, if the hair plugs don't look right when you just first start, you know, it's not glued in yet. It's definitely not glued in. You could just pull this sucker out and retry. See how that has a gap right there? Whenever I have a gap, I take a little bit extra and I just kind of push it through. If the pony happens to split, very important, if the head splits straight down, you can always keep rehairing, but you can take a bit of glue or even Mod Podge and put it in there and seal it up and then rehair. It'll be a little tougher, but you won't have to completely restart with a new head. Don't brush the hair till the pony is glued. Okay? So here we go. One last time. You put it around your finger, make sure it's even. Put the needle through, pull, and just push that sucker in. It goes in a lot easier if you poke with the tool. So just kind of give it a nice sharp push. You don't have to go very far. It also helps if there's no glue inside that head. That's what breaks these needles. So now I have the pony mostly rehaired. I just have the other little side of the holes that I poked in. I'm going to... Okay, just a couple more plugs right here. Just trying to give her not such a receding hairline. I'm going to try and bring it on in and blend it. I always pull it back to see if I like the front of the pony or not. And if I do, that's it there. So thank you for watching my little video and listening to me just ramble on about nothing. So, and I did pretty well. I didn't have too much of a mess. So good to see ya, and let me know if you want to see any other videos.